We're in. Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back to All Hail the Queen. It's been a while. I'm that Magic Juice. I am the GM and cat herder of this lovely clouder of people, -1, who is enjoying some epic fun that is probably even more fun than this tonight. But we have enough to go, so we're going. Hey, we're gonna go around the table, introduce ourselves, our characters, do a brief-ish recap of what happened last time because it was kind of a lot, and then we will get right into it. So starting with you, Heck.
All right, hey everyone, it's me, Sir Hecla. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen as per usual. Tonight I am playing Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. I can't believe I was able to just roll that off after how long it's been. But I guess it works. All right, over to Bright.
Hi, I'm Brian. Playing Spunk. This is a game I'll play next. Hyacinth.
Hi, it's me, Hyacinth, and I'll be playing Icarus, our elven paladin, and Chrissy.
Crisiolta!
Coming in hot tonight, guys. Oh man. And the person we are missing is the lovely Corndog McGraw, who plays Juno. I should ask you guys, do we want to have someone pilot Juno, or do we want Juno to be basically kind of an omnisciently here but not literally here today kind of thing? Totally your choice.
I would like her decisions to be made by a roll of a d10. Because a d10 gets very little love. And it's touch starved.
Isn't D10?
I support that.
Yeah, I'm game.
All right. I'm game to do that as long as you guys help me with determining how to make that work. All right, here we go. I'm going to try to paraphrase this as I'm reading it. It's the in-depth recap I gave the crew before we were supposed to play last, but that is now today. Okay, so we have returned from Zonthal's Tower via a teleportation spell that was by Aster, right? Your go between the trees dealio.
Yeah.
This was interrupted by the Council of Dragons. We had a discussion with them. Basically, as a status update, Nemorat, the Moonstone Dragon, has survived the encounter we had with the Green Dracolich, the Red Wizard, and his minions in the town outside of Zonthal's Tower. Nemorat, she is on her way to meet Elia at the Star Mounts. We don't really know what she's doing there. We just know that she's seeking Elia out. We know that both of the Moonstone Dragons that we encountered, the one that is now dead and the one that is still alive, are not from this dimension, but they felt a presence and evil which drew them here. The cult, at this point, only needs one more Dragon Mask to complete their task. This is something that we learned in discussing with the Council of Dragons. But the fewer they have, the harder it will be. And we have now destroyed 2. That brings us fast forward to our next big thing we did. Iliuthra, the council dragon that presents as a dwarven man, accompanied you to Waterdeep. You joined another council session, got explicit permission from the Open Lord of Waterdeep for him to enter. You did some stuff, got the dragon mask back from your faction leaders so that he could destroy it, which he did. Afterward, you meet again with your faction leaders, who are all following up with the lead you received to meet with a red wizard. That is Nai Ilmik, name that I believe you all have written down now. And she is here representing Zastam and Thay in a hidden interrogation room. You learn from her that the Red Wizards accompanying the Cult of the Dragon and helping them in this venture are defectors from Thay. They're essentially going against the wishes of Zastam and their homeland by being here and doing the things that they're doing. He wants them dead. And she asks you to assist her in basically destroying the Red Wizards Animus vessels so that you can fully kill them, thus learning that they are fully undead. They are liches. She knows where it is and she knows how to get there, but she beyond that, she tells you that she doesn't know what we'll encounter other than the vessels themselves and a guardian, all of which we will have to destroy in order to succeed at being able to fully kill the Red Wizards. That's, I believe, all I've got for now. Unless there's anything you guys want to add, or if we want to sort of catch up over the table here / move forward. We did end with you guys deciding to take a long rest before doing anything the next day. We are now finishing that long rest. Is there anything that we should re-up on or touch base on?
No. Absolutely not.
Just, over the table planning, our thing was that we were going to accept the help for now because it's same goal, but we might have to, you know, steer away from her because she seems questionable, morally questionable after. But at this point, it seemed like the best choice was to go forth with it, I think is what we were saying.
Pretty much. And that, like, I don't know, once this thing is done, like, it's done. We don't really want to do more dealings.
Yeah, and they made
makes
it seem
sense.
like there was very little strings attached, at least until, like, we're done after this one thing. Like, it sucks to help, but also it does help us, so.
Man, these Red Wizards are, like, trying to kill us and shit. That's not great.
Ugh.
Okay. If that's the case, then it is now the next morning, and what you decide to do is yours. The table's yours, guys.
Good morning. Hey. Hey. Getting really, really close to Icarus's face. Hey. Hi.
What? What?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This time tomorrow? That's the breakfast bell. By the way,
This is very ominous. How are you making that noise?
breakfast is a series of bladders and gases built up inside me. It's breakfast time.
This time tomorrow. Tomorrow what?
Oh, this time tomorrow, you could be dead. So, you should probably get something warm to eat. That was before
Is
the alarm went off.
is that not true every day?
Yeah, but it's like especially true tomorrow because, you know, we're going probably to hell to fight Hell's mommy.
I correct me if I'm wrong. I might have slept through this, but we don't have a plan to go to hell tonight, right?
Yeah, but no, tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. This is the cliff notes of what I've assumed is expected of us. So
I thought we're just
tomorrow we
keeping
go
her
to hell, kill
from coming
mommy.
out of hell. Mm-hmm.
No, going to hell, not getting out of hell. We're preventing Hell's mommy from leaving hell by killing her in hell.
I don't think we have to do that. We just make sure she doesn't come out of hell.
Well, how do we make sure she doesn't come out if we don't go in there?
Because we're
and stop
grabbing.
her? What are we gonna wait for her on this side of hell? And then
Yeah.
when she comes out, we already failed? Fuck us, huh?
Well,
No, we have to go in hell to kill her again in hell.
But then won't she just respawn in hell and try again?
Yeah, but like hopefully by then she'll get really tired or something.
I believe the prior plan. Correct me if I'm wrong. The prior plan was to get a third mask and stop them from bringing her from hell.
They don't They only need like 1 or 2 of those stupid things to.
It was 2 or 3.
We destroyed like 1 of them, and then we found out that what we did was basically like a toddler throwing a tantrum because they're still gonna summon Hell Mommy to the Prime Material plane.
God
With
did
2 of them.
3 of them.
What is it? 2 or who? Somebody said the exact number, and Spunk with 19 or 20 intelligence would probably remember the detail that important.
Icarus looks up to
But
the
Bright is a fucking idiot and doesn't remember anything that happened a month ago when we played last.
Icarus looks up to the sky and says, Corey, my god, is it 1, 2, or 3? Blink for how many times for the amount of masks they need.
I blink asynchronously.
So, you know there are 5 masks. You know you have destroyed 2. You know they're still looking for at least 1 more. So
They need 2 total or 3 total?
they need at least 2.
2. Fuck.
And 5 would have been the most efficient way to get the summoning done. The fewer than 5 they have, the harder it is for them to complete.
Okay, so they have 1. We broke
Yes.
2. They
Technically,
need 2.
they may be fine.
There's 2
We
left.
still have a chance, and we're still trying to get the other one. At least
There's
one.
2 other ones. So unless we
They-
split up,
They have 2. You know they have 2.
they have 2.
They have
then they
2.
don't need 1 more.
You've destroyed 2. There is 1 more. You know they're looking for it, and you know it's because it would make their summoning ritual easier than
Yeah,
if they
so
only
But
try
they
with 2.
don't need it.
We're
to do
getting
it,
the one that they don't
technically.
have, and then trying to interrupt the summoning with the ones they do have.
You
Try to get rid of
here's
that one.
here's my input. They only need the ones that they have. If they had another one, it would be nice. Like, sure, if you have a granola bar, 2 granola bars would be pretty great, no? But you don't need another granola bar. It's just you're fine with the ones you have. So maybe instead of looking for the mask that they also are struggling to find that they don't need, what if we go and take a poop on the party they're already having so that when a 3rd clown shows up to the birthday, it's already covered in shit?
We went from granola bars to clowns at the birthday and shitting on the party. Okay,
My analogies are very quick. You need to keep up.
I followed.
So I think I am following you, Spunk. I think I am following. So you're saying instead of going to slow them down by getting the 3rd one, while they're out trying to get the 3rd one, we just take the other 2 while they are away from home?
Yeah, like that seems like the better plan.
So
right?
let me make an analogy. So this is a witch making a brew, okay?
Uh-huh.
And she has 2 of the 3 ingredients for the brew.
Two
So
or three
she
brew.
leaves them cooking on the pot, right?
Pot brew,
But then
yeah.
she leaves her little witch's hut, you know, the one with the legs and then moves around, but it's stationary for now. because
Yeah,
that's
Baba
important.
Yaga, yeah.
And then she goes to get the 3rd ingredient, which is like a fox's hair or something. Let's just throw that out there.
Sure.
And then she is out trapping the fox.
Mhm.
And we're thinking she's away from home, so we should just
Climb the chicken's leg and take a pee-pee in her pot, yeah.
Yeah, so we should just spill the potion and okay, but
Then she only has fox hair, and what's she gonna do that with that
how do we
floss
know
her
there's
teeth?
only one witch?
Yeah, but we don't need all of the witches. Like, we just need
What if
to
there's still like a lot
drop
of
a
people there? and it's
steaming
still a trap?
dookie in the pot.
I like
What?
the idea. But what if it's like more guarded than the other one is, and it's worse?
Oh, so you're saying like what would happen if we were potentially to die? Like,
mean,
because
that's
there's
a
so many
possibility that
people
any
guarding the
guy would think.
thing, like what if we die trying to do what I say we should do?
Aster, what do you think?
See, I just want to say that while they're like getting ready, like I can just imagine Aster and Ulta in the other room, just like getting ready like separately, doing their own thing, and Aster's just like brushing her hair, just like, you know, I wonder what the others talk about when they wake up in the morning. Like, you know, I
Yeah,
get-
I feel like probably Juno has really smart conversations in the morning. I'm wondering what that conversation would look like. Like, do you think she talks about the moon a lot?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was just like, I feel like Aster like inquisitively would say, "No, I wonder what like Icarus and Spunk are talking about in the morning." I feel like we have somewhat.
Have you ever
normal
thought about how
conversations.
many stomachs or air pockets Spunk has in its body?
I mean, I try to think about it less. I know Juno does. Like I can just imagine like Juno in the background, just like walking away. Like no. I mean, I don't know. I try to not think about it that much, but I feel like we learn something new about how Spunk's body works every single day.
Yeah, really quickly though, just before we join the others. During that discussion with the name that I'm gonna it's just a bunch of letters that look like they don't belong together. Nia, how do you say it?
Oh yeah, Nye, the Red Wizard.
Nye.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
I can't
Sounds
take you
kind
guys
of like
anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, Nye Ilmic.
Yeah, okay. If that's how you get that out of that, then fuck me. So, Aster, the Nye Ilmic, if that's how you want to say it, I got like a kind of funny feeling while we were talking to them. And when they were describing the place with the animus vessels and all the things, I feel like I might. This is going to be a weird thing to describe, so just stay with me. I feel like maybe I might know the guardian, the thing that keeps them, or at least the space that it's in.
Really?
I didn't want to say it out loud because I didn't want Nye. That's what we're going with on how you say your name. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to make it too known. But yeah, it was kind of like, did you ever have a friend when you were a little kid and you were really close with them, and then they like maybe moved away, and then you never talked to them again, and then like 50 years passed, and you're like, oh man, I wonder what happened to my friend Joe that I met a long time ago. I hope he's alive and well.
Not so much childhood friends, because I don't know, people don't really leave the village too much where I'm from. But I mean, I think about the folks that we've met along the way. Like, I think of what Jamna's doing a whole lot.
Okay, so take that feeling, but make it different. I know. It's like, make it like emotional. No, also not the right word. Let me noodle this out.
While you're noodling,
Yeah.
noodling, maybe I'm wondering if this will help. Just because I explicitly remembered doing this, heck, this would have been the point that Aster and Aster alone noticed that Ulta was very uncomfortable during the conversation with Nye in the interrogation room.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is right.
Ultimately, I felt a lot of big feelings. So I think that's all. I felt like maybe I should tell somebody. I thought about telling you and everybody, but I didn't want to tell everybody right out of the gate. That's all.
Oh, I'm really glad you told me. I'm sorry that you were so uncomfortable during that meeting. It's a great position to be in.
I guess I just feel like I'm connecting some big dots. And I wasn't expecting a red wizard to be part of that necessarily. So yeah, anyways, the point of all of this is that before Spunk probably burns down the building by lighting something in its body on fire, if things get weird, it's probably because of that. So, just saying.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep it in mind, but you know, we've all got your back.
Thanks. Appreciate it. So should we go check on them before literally Spunk? I feel like at any moment, one of their pockets of gaseous fumes could ignite all of us into a flaming ball.
Oh yeah, I've counted at least 13 flammable substances that Spunk has erupted, so...
I 100% feel like Corndog would absolutely be have Juno like overhearing the conversation next door and just come back to you guys and go, what the fuck are they talking about?
I have this beautiful image of my head of that when you two walked into the room, we're like, we've given up like arguing verbally and we're like wrestling, even though I'm like failing, even though he's it's so much smaller than I am. We've just started actually fist fighting over it. Like in the cartoons when like the clouds come out of like a just constant circle. And we don't even know why we're fighting.
You don't know why we're fighting.
So I feel like the issue is just that we don't have enough information to know which route is safer.
Safer? We're going to hell.
No.
We're going to hell to kill Hell Mommy, to stop Apocalypse. Safety is fucking done. We go poop on the party, skip the mask. Yeah?
Both of the plans that you and I just proposed, neither of them take place in hell.
Again, what do we do? Wait on this side for her to come out?
Well, they have to summon her from hell. They're not going to hell to summon her.
Right. It's not their job to stop her. They want her here. We have to stop her.
But to stop...
Before she gets out of hell.
So are you abandoning the just go and take the two masks at once and going back to the let's go to hell?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Either way, because both plans are better in my mind. And let's be honest, I'm crazy, but my mind is sharper than yours. And in my mind, the better plan is to not look for the mask they don't need, but to destroy the two that they do, or kill their mommy, so that when they summon her, they summon a corpse.
Well, that does
just like the Elric brothers.
Jesus.
Damn, well, that's canon now, I guess.
I feel like Icarus will like give up and like go to walk out of the room like right as you all would come in, and he's like, "There's no escape now. There's no escape."
I just think it's easier to kill their mommy. That's all I'm saying. Do you agree, Olta, Juno, Astrid? I never know how to pronounce her name because I don't have teeth. I have a bill and a tongue, and it makes
You know, that's fair. I never thought of that.
So whose mommy are we killing?
The dragon cult's mommy. They're hell dragon hell mommy.
We're having a small disagreement on the best path to our end goal.
I thought that they only need 2 masks to do the ritual. They already have 2 masks. They're looking for the 3rd one. And we decided to go after the 3rd mask like a bunch of idiots and just destroy it. But then they still, like, even if we destroy it, they still can do the ritual and still can summon Satan Mummy. So I thought it might make more sense to either kill Satan Mummy or go to the dragon cult now and put boots to nuts and take their 2 masks and let them find one and forget about what when they have a 3rd mask and they don't have 1 and 2, then they don't have a 3rd mask, they have the 1st mask. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And
that
Icarus's
actually-
plan was to around looking for a 3rd mask.
that doesn't so many things. And Ulta's gonna turn to Juno and say, like, is there a possibility you can identify by scrying where the other 2 masks are? Like, since we know what a bunch of them already look like, we're just looking for a couple of different colors, right? Because we've got, like, we've seen certain colors, so, like, could you guess on the other colors maybe and see if we can see? Is that a thing that scrying does?
I mean, don't they have one that we have seen before? I feel like one of them, like,
I
got
thought
away.
so, but I
The
can't
black one,
remember.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
was
it's
just
like we
gonna say,
could
I
just-
thought it was
yeah,
a-
do that.
Yeah.
Chances are they're in the same spot.
Unless the black one's the one that's not with them. Wait, no, that would be the one that they already have.
Hold on. We're deciding all of Juno's responses on a D10, right? A 1 through 5 means that she can scry for the mask.
Oh my
And a
god.
6 through 10 means she can't, or at least that's what she'll say.
Isn't this just
Google,
how it
roll a
works, though, and not
D10.
just what she says?
No. She rolled a 10.
So we
I
can't.
don't know how my spells work. I worship the moon.
Not spells.
there is an alternative to that. It still works out to
Well,
the
then
answer no.
Take me out of this hole that I dug Juno into the magic.
She is aware of a spell that she could learn if she doesn't already have it. I don't know if she has it or not, but
Well,
she would have to be close enough to the object to be able to identify if it is within a certain range or not. And that would be the spell locate object. Scrying she can do, but that requires a creature or person, not an object.
Oh. Well, did we know where the 3rd mask was? Did Nielmic
But
want to?
who took the black mask? Somebody took it away. Somebody that we have
was-
seen with thine eyes.
Yeah, that was the black dragonborn Resmir.
Oh, but I think, did we kill them ultimately at some point then too?
No.
They disappeared in a cloud of smoke.
Yes,
Something.
Resmir. So Resmir and a red wizard that you had not previously met were involved with the big fight you guys had on the Castle of Ice in the air. When you first encountered a Dracolich being created and having to fight it. You handled that fight, and the one red wizard, this was also when you killed the first one you met, whose name I'm also forgetting. Damn, I'm swinging and missing with the names tonight. But you killed one of the red wizards. The other one got away with Resmir when she had the mask.
Yeah, we called it Sparra.
Asbara Jos, that was it.
Yeah.
Sbarro pizza.
I thought about the pizza first, and I was like, fuel pizza. That doesn't make sense. Sbarro.
Yeah.
God damn it.
So But this Nyan cat lady, so she wanted us to go one specific place so that she could de-vessel the people. And isn't that towards one of the masks, not the other? Or was that for a later time?
So over the table, as of right now, none of what you're being asked to do has anything to do with the masks. This endeavor is wholly encased in wanting to be able to actually kill the Red Wizards if it comes to it, because you know now that they can just be resurrected by way of these vessels if they are still intact.
Gotcha. So
And you know that the cult needs the Red Wizards as well as the masks in order to do their ritual.
Okay. Let me check my really low-level spells and make sure I don't have a cantrip that can find objects. No, I don't think I do. I can do the other spell though. The one that we were talking about Juno doing. I can locate an object. But also that doesn't really help us find where it is, generally speaking. I do think Scry is the best option we have, but also sad face that it doesn't work on thingies. Unless someone else just knows where they are. Oh! Duh. Aren't they at the altar thing in the mountains that we had talked about previously? We have marked on our map.
Oh yeah, the
area in the
well,
mountains
the
where they
well.
plan on summoning Tiamat.
Yeah.
So the two are probably there. Well, the third one we don't know at the moment. Because why would they do the ritual anywhere other than where they're going to summon her? So honestly, I think that's the most concrete knowledge we have so far. So that might make Spunk's idea our only option.
I mean, it makes
That's-
sense, right?
I mean, yes. It does make sense. I think ultimately what the lady with way too many letters in her name for how she says it was trying to get at is that if we get rid of the Red Wizards, we are also getting rid of a pretty major part of their army.
Right.
So ultimately what we keep doing is we keep going into the fray. The Red Wizards are the ones that are summoning all of these things. So I think it's a decision of, do we go directly towards the masks, or do we take out the massive problems that we continue to have if the wizards stay alive?
Okay.
Yeah. So the wizard's mission could be on the way to the masks to make things easier.
Now, I'm going to reiterate this the way I heard it, but remember, Ulta, that this is no reflection on how I see you as a person. It's just the situation and the cards we've been dealt, and I am, again, recategorizing them in the way that I interpret them as I hear them.
For sure. Yeah.
Instead of destroying the third mask that these cultists do not need, we have been tasked with killing resurrectable wizards who cannot die?
No, we're targeting the spot that kills them permanently.
So we're
The
going to take away their ability to resurrect and then kill them. And then stop the rest of them? I mean, are the Thay and Wizards the only ones who know how to summon Hell Mommy? Or are they just like the best at it?
I think they're just the best at it. They're just like helping speed up the process with their magic knowledge.
Got it.
So
And
I'm gonna over the table interject. I know this is a lot of info that's happened at various points throughout this very long campaign. So I'm gonna try to summarize for you guys, just to make sure we're all on the same page. You have learned by this point that the Cult of the Dragon specifically has the ambition of bringing Tiamat here from hell. The Red Wizards know how to do it, and the masks are necessary as part of the ritual to do it. As far as you know, nobody in the Cult of the Dragon alone could do the ritual. They need the Red Wizards, and they need at least 2 masks. And for one reason or another, these Red Wizards have agreed, seemingly, to help with this and have been working with the cult.
And I would wager a guess that the Red Wizards that are doing so are pretty much only the ones that Sastom does not want them doing that, and have defected from Thay.
Yeah, I guess the Red Wizards are more integral to the plot than I realized they were too. So Nyan
Which kind of makes sense because, to be fair, they've been following us from literally, I think, day one.
They have.
So
They've been at every stop of
Along the
summoning
way.
things too. The first Dracolich in the castle, the dragon skeleton that was in the tower.
I'm gonna make a sideways glance at Aster and say, the infamous cart incident that we're not gonna talk about.
Oh, yeah.
We're there for that too.
Yeah.
Not my proudest day, but anyways, the point is that they're pretty big, important part of this.
So, should we just head to the dragon's womb of summoning and then take out the Red Wizards we see on the way so Nyan Cat is happy with us as we try to gather our masks?
Well, I think we run into the same problem if we don't take out the way that resurrects them first.
But she didn't tell us where they are to do that first, did they? I thought we just had to kill them and she'd
I
destroy
think
those.
she's
as
going
they-
to go with us to do that.
Oh.
Unless, like, I completely misunderstood that meeting. I thought she was going to show us the way there.
No, I just
She-
don't really remember.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
sorry.
remember the direction we had. I just remember the end of the conversation, but not like go here or I'll go with you there.
She promised to take you there. She knows how to get there. She promised to take you there and to be with you to make sure that you all are able to do the task and get out safely. That is what she agreed to.
So we just spent Spunk and I just spent a long time debating something that we've already decided what we were doing next last session.
I mean, maybe I couldn't tell if you were trying to figure out doing something else, like, legitimately or not.
I'm not saying we didn't already decide that we were doing that. I'm saying that the plan is just a little bit stupid, just a little bit. But like, we thrive on that side of stupid. Like,
Yeah, to be fair, Spunk, everything we do feels real dumb sometimes.
we do a lot of stupid shit.
At the cart incident.
But you know, what do I know? I'm just a country bumpkin who's been plucked from the forest where he was living a happy life in the trees by a group of strangers who have a penchant for murder and getting their noses stuck into things they don't belong in. But you know, my characterization of things that are stupid and city folk characterizations are vastly different.
No. I think that we also agree that the things that we have done can be categorized as stupid, Spunk.
A little
So-
stupid, yeah. Like, I'm
Or
glad
at
we're on
least
the same page. Like,
Alta at least can admit that she is aware.
yeah, okay. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad that I'm not like dropping some big revelatory bomb on you that's gonna cause you to reflect on this for weeks on end and, you know, give you flashbacks. And I'm glad that we can come to that. This isn't a come to Jesus moment. I'm sorry, come to Coralon moment.
I mean, not for me. It might be for other people. I, across the board, have made a lot of stupid choices thus far.
Sure.
So
I just wanted to make it just a smidge, one hair, one iota less stupid by doing something that I felt would affect change. But again, I could be a little bit extreme. I want to stop hell from taking over the prime material plane. You know, I want I want to bomb the facility testing on animals. You want to protest outside of it. That's okay. That's okay. We're the same goal, different methods.
I fully agree. But I will say I've been trying to think more on like smart and safe ways to do things. And although you have the smarter plan, you also arguably have the more stupid plan of just diving straight first into hell and seeing what happens.
Sure, subjectively, you could say that plan is a little stupid.
You've got
Objectively, you're wrong, but subjectively, subjectively you're entitled to your opinion. That's.
I think
I'm
mine
not
was
going to
a nice little
take
middle
that away
ground,
from
which
you.
was just not smart or stupid. It was just
Well, I mean, we could get into the debate of whether stupidity is objective or not, but it's not. So, you know, let's continue on
Should we just
doing
go find Nyan Cat so we can?
So
seeking out this villain that is reminiscent of a post-Cold War Russia. It's okay. I read a lot of books, and this feels a little post-Cold War to me, but, you know, I'm new to the game. You're the adventurers. I'm just the idiot who plucked out of his home. Where are we going to die next? Are we going to...
we keep. I just. And Alta's gonna like look around to the rest of the group. Consent is important. You are welcome to go home if at any point you feel as though we are holding you against your will and you don't want to help us take out the fence around the animal testing facility to make it easier to get into the animal testing facility to bomb it.
Okay, you say that. You say that I can go anytime I want to, but then you point the gun at me saying it's okay, hell will just have to take over the planet if you decide not to stop it. There's a pretty big gun pointed at my face. So, like, I feel like I don't have a choice. It's not that I would choose not to have hell. No, I mean, that I would choose for hell to take over the prime material. It's just that I feel like we're trying to smash down a building with a sledgehammer when all we need to do is pull out the bottom block. You know what I mean? Then we can all go home to our respective poop piles and shit puddles and bathe for weeks and not worry about anything.
I feel like this is the moment at the top of a roller coaster where we're like already buckled in, like the bar is down. We just don't have our arms.
I want to get off.
I want to get off.
We just don't have our arms and feet in, so they're not going yet. But we're already like buckled in, you know.
Perhaps.
Should we go find Nyan Cat Lady to start this quest of our doom?
Sure. Side quest. Let's do it.
Well, she's taking.
We'll take a break from stopping the apocalypse to stop the people who start the apocalypse.
She said she'd teleport us to the main quest, so she is the side quest for the main quest.
Oh, she's a chain quest, bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, let's go. I mean, I've said what I need to say. I would like to. It'd be nice if I saw the change I was affecting in the world sometime in the near future.
I think after we kill Tiamat, we can see that.
Sure. It'd be nice if I had been rewarded with some sort of like bulletin or something, like the people who we work for would have said, "Good job," you know.
We got a promotion.
We did?
Well, we got a
Yeah,
promotion.
and you
got
got the
hired.
chance to join any of the factions that you wanted, and then you joined the Centaurum.
Yeah, the Zahentarim. They have a little snake on their
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah, they
My
wanted
cousin
you.
was a snake. I chose it based entirely on the logo. They had one with a deer, one with like a one with like a fist, which is a little forward, if you ask me. There's one that had like a dainty guitar, which sends the wrong message, in my opinion. So I went with the one with the snakes, and the snake had wings. Oh, powerful image, powerful symbol.
I mean,
yeah.
the point is, you had your pick.
Yeah. Was I not supposed to pick the snake? The snake seemed like
Oh,
the
you can
cool
pick
thing.
any of them. Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I genuinely am surprised you didn't pick the fist one. Thought for sure that was possibly right up an alley you would enjoy.
It's just a little aggressive, don't you think? You know, I don't want to approach everybody with a fist. Like,
For fireball?
Yeah, we're gonna approach them with the winged snake instead. Honestly, I prefer that.
I just, you know,
What's wrong with fists?
I prefer a subtle approach. You know,
Fists in general.
nobody makes a fist when they're not doing something aggressive or violent or something that would make my grandmother sick.
I feel like when I write, it kind of looks like a fist. Like,
Yeah, but that's really just like,
That didn't look like writing at all.
it's not a fist
Like,
at
it
all.
was
it's not
just-
holding something. I can't fake it. I think it's like
Icarus,
this.
you just went like that.
Yeah,
That just looked like this.
Oh
That-
this is
my.
not a
This-
fist.
This is, we're talking like, that's not.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fist. Like, look.
And
from
for
this-
and for the record, like the one on the flag that they have on their banner was like right in your face, like pointing at you. Just, you know, really, really aggressive, like just super in your face kind of thing. Whereas when you write, it's like a little waggly finger. Just,
Yeah.
it looks like you're pinching.
true.
Pinching is, it's like little pinches, or like you're pinching someone in the distance. You know?
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Well,
You ever
maybe
do that when you were
it looks
little?
A little bit more
Pinch
like
somebody's-
somebody's. We don't have to make fun of it.
You never did that when you were little? Pinch somebody's head? Like, just me? Okay. No.
I feel like you would do that and accidentally cast Bigby's hand and just squish them.
I could do that. Oh, I just got a really good idea. Let's go see this lady that we're going to meet.
Please don't squish the lady.
No, no.
And we're walking.
The
Party
big
commits
boss Red
another
Wizard
murder.
lady, please don't try to squish her.
Do you want to see something really cool?
No.
My friend Icarus gave me this idea.
Oh, man.
The pinch of Icarus.
That is the fall of Spunk.
Want to see me scare the DM into hurrying up this dialogue?
No, Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Did I hear we're walking?
We are walking.
Yes.
All right. You know that you'd have to meet the faction leaders decided to take watches at the statue where Nye is being kept until you decide to go. So that's where you would need to go.
Our little corner closet statue hole.
Yup. At the Honorable Knight. This is very familiar for Ulta with climbing adventures as a child. All right, you go in, I'm assuming.
Or
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Okay. Going into the secret door that we went into last time, and you will see, actually all four, of the faction leaders now, including Leosin, who has not been around for many things. It seems that they are just wrapping up a discussion as you enter, and they start to ask you if you're ready to go.
We'll just skip to the part where we say yes and spare you the details of the last hour. Yes, we're ready.
All right. Wow, I'm failing so hard at names. Anthar is going to step forward with
Question.
he's Jesus Christ.
What is your emergency?
Oh, I love that. I love you guys. Anthar Froome steps forward with a what looks like a flaming staff, but instead of like actually a piece of like a stick on fire, it looks like just a space of void. Like it's that void pitch black where like zero light enters or leaves. It looks like negative space in the shape of a staff with like little flame flitting off of the top of it, and hands it to Nye. And then Leosin is actually going to step forward, pulling out a vial from inside his coat pocket. It's got this like bright blue hue to it, and it's actively glowing. And he's going to unstopper it and hand it over to her. She's going to say, looking at you while taking this vial, "The harshest of punishments for those who go against the ways of Thay, or the greatest of honors for one who wishes to save it." And just downs it. You can see that the weird sinking of her eyes, the like bags under her eyes and the wrinkles on her skin sort of like revitalize to a younger or more normal state, as if her skin was just like pumped full of fluid to fill in again instead of being this weird shrunken state, and she looks normal now. A necessary step in order for me to enter. And then she begins casting a spell to draw a black and purple circle on the ground. It looks very familiar to you all by way of being like a teleportation circle, and just gestures for you to step in.
Oh, okay.
I step in case today is the day that a gun is not pointed at my head. Of my own volition, of being sound mind and body.
Is anybody not stepping in? I'll just ask that.
Hey Juno, are you coming with us?
Say nothing if you're not coming with us.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, Icarus.
Quick, call corn dog.
I would imagine she'd say something to the effect of, "If you fuck this up for us, so help me, Moonweaver." Something.
I think we
That sounded like her.
in our morning hash out agreed that we would go.
All right. With that, she will simply call out as she finishes casting a spell, "To the mortuary." And we're going to have a quick break. Be right back. All right, black
Listen
it
if you
is.
like
Here
that.
we go.
Yeah. This is
All right.
pretty metal.
We're back. Hey,
Hey.
we're back. I'm having an aneurysm. Okay. We have figured out sort of
Me.
what the plan is. And we have gone back to the secret interrogation room, met up with Nye Ilmic and our faction leaders, one of whom gave back what seems to be her staff, and the other who gave her a potion, which she says is a necessary sacrifice she has to make in order to do what she's about to do. Conjured a summoning circle, and now we are teleporting to a place called the Mortuary. And during this several seconds of teleporting, if my music will play. No? Just not? One second. Wow. Looks like I need to reload Roll20. You guys are going to see an image that I need to be able to put up. So this delay is even more highly inconvenient. Actively loading. No. There we go. You're going to see this flash by. A room filled with what I'm going to call machinations and pipes and steam screaming in the air around the room, and these bodies on tables right in front of these what look like chutes with this kind of spirity, smoky substance sort of floating around through people's heads and in and around the room, with a few hooded figures just kind of walking around looking like they're tending to things. And one other specific feature you would notice, is these coffins that have a skull on the head of them and 6 fabricated legs that they use to sort of walk around. This image lingers long enough that you have the ability to sort of observe, and you can ask questions about it if you want to. Or if not, we can just move on.
I want to poke somebody lying on one of these beds.
This is just an image that flashes by. This is not a place you're able to like venture into.
Oh.
It's kind of creepy. I say verbally out loud.
Looks like my aunt's house during Thanksgiving.
That raises more questions than answers. Ah.
Ulta, as we zip past it, is just going to kind of make some sort of attempt at like an arcana or perception or something to see if she's like, oh, is that where they just shit him out the other side and then suddenly we got a whole army of wizards? Like, what's really happening there?
Sure. Make an arcana check.
Yeah, this is great for me. She's great at this.
9er.
She's pretty confident magic is happening.
Yeah,
pretty
magic is happening.
confident. Pretty confident it's pretty magical. So
Yeah, you're really not going to get anything beyond that.
yeah, Spunk, your aunt's house, it's really magical. If that's how it looks.
No, not Spunk. Bright.
Oh, okay. Right.
Like, this is some
Spunk
sort of
would like to slowly piss himself. He's going to run down his leg and onto the floor, and he's just going to keep walking, and there will be just a trail of pee-pee behind him.
I, Icarus, feel like this is on the level of like a assembly line, like sweatshop of like making their zombie pets, maybe, rather than like the wizards themselves, because we've seen them bring back a lot of things from dead to use, right? So she's taking us through her Red Wizard factory.
I mean, we could just ask. She's been very transparent. What did we exactly just see? Nye, can I just call you Nye, or is the full title what you want to be called?
Just nigh. It is my presumption that this is a place of processing. You must understand that a vessel needs to feed on souls over time in order to persist. And there are several in this place.
Oh,
I see.
so you're presuming because this is of the defectors vessel making? So like, it's
Indeed.
not important. So should we like shut it down? You know,
Possibly.
because if this is where they're making the things that you want to break, right?
That is for certain, yes. But I am unaware of the details of this place. And she's kind of saying that while actively straining to maintain concentration on this teleportation, which is unique to you guys because, as far as you know, teleportation magic is supposed to be pretty much instantaneous. But it seems this one is taking a while for some reason.
Are you like honing in on where we're going?
This is a unique place. It's taking a lot of concentration to, and as she gets to that point, she's cut off. As you appear here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I distracting you?
She's just gonna kind of like lean on her staff a little bit and go, yes.
See, that normally, if you know that's gonna happen, you could have asked me to like, you know, like, well, that's like, please don't interrupt me. This is gonna be a process, you know. All right, sorry, continue.
This is it. And she's just kind of like looking around wide-eyed. What's everybody's passive insight?
12.
15.
12, 15,
13.
13.
17.
Okay. 15 and 17, you two would be able to tell almost immediately from her expression that she is very unfamiliar with the space that you're in. So that kind of lines up with the fact that she's never been here before. She only knew how to get here. So,
She had already disclosed that part to us, that she had never been here, right?
yes.
Okay.
She had told you that she knew how to get here, but has before been unable to get in here, and that no other red wizard that she knows of would be able to get in here.
I'm gonna turn to Aster and say, maybe we just keep some quiet steps on us all the time, forever and always.
I was thinking
You're
the
here?
same thing. I don't like the feel of this. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
I'm glad I kept that in my preparations.
Ulta is going to take in her surroundings and then see if there's anything she can do. Because I'm pretty sure she can't get lost, but I can't remember any of her stuff.
If I recall correctly, you always know where north is, and you have your favorite terrains, but this is none of those. But the space is pretty small. What you see in the image is like 75+% of the room you're in. It's just like this encased. It's this encased room. You can tell there's this like obsidian black dome around you with like skeletal and skull imagery in the decoration and construction around the entire area, and all of these gateways.
So, are we just looking for vessels, or do we need to like kill people on the way? Like, what comes first, so we know what to navigate for here?
Oh, you're asking her directly?
Yeah. Well, because she was the one like who was like, we need to go here. This is our plan. So I'm like, are we just straight away looking for vessels, or is there something else we should do first while here, as we're getting our bearings? Kind of just making sure the plan is solid before we run in.
I have no knowledge of the contents of this place outside of the vessels themselves. Sometimes the vessels can be a seemingly inanimate object, a book, a chair, if one wished. It would usually be something more meaningful, but we'll know it when we get to it. I believe we must handle this guardian when we find it, whatever it may be, and anything else that may be in our way.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean, this is maybe a stupid question to ask, but like, are there any like, are all the archways different from each other? Like in the picture, it's like maybe a characterization of like these different people or something.
Sure, make a perception check.
Okay. Percepciones. Oh no, 13.
I mean, that's not bad.
I rolled a natural 3.
So the archways do have this sort of gold, solid gold or gold plated. It's kind of hard to tell, but gold nonetheless. Decoration around the tops of the archways and sometimes down the frame. Each one is unique. There are a total of 12. And they don't really look like they're any sort of personification other than maybe a style preference, perhaps.
Hear me out. I see where you're going with this after I see you looking, and I think that these are doorways to the important mages' bedrooms. And we have to go in to find their vessel in their bedroom, like their secret diary. I look to everyone for approval.
I will not make eye contact.
I will slowly turn my head. And while it's difficult for Spunk to make facial expressions with his limited lips and like face muscles, the closest thing to a the fuck look on his face. He's never looked at you like you were an idiot, and this is the first time like he's like, "Are you?"
Wait, we've really made it this far before you've given me that look?
Yeah, he's generally just kind of like let you have your piece. That's the one where he's like, and it really just looks like he's squinting at you, like he's struggling to see you because his lips remain flat around his head.
Magic, as we stand in this space, how far are we from these things? Like Are we still off in a little bit of a distance? Are we like smack dab in the center? Do we see people? Ulta's more concerned ranger wise about the surroundings of the space and less about the gates because
Okay.
she assumes Juno, Icarus, Aster, and Spunk, who are much more intelligent than her, are going to handle that bit. She's looking at like the bigger picture, like what's happening around it.
Okay, so the answer to the first question is take the image that's on your screen right now as like if you enlarge it and make that your first person view, that is the literal what's literally in front of you in character right now. So these like little partial stairways that are jutting out right in front of you, those are maybe 15, 20 feet ahead of you. And then that like first gateway that's at like the bottom of the stairs here on the left is probably no more than 50 feet ahead of you. So this is not the floor, the platform you're on, and like looking around to, you know, as far as this stuff in the middle doesn't block your vision. This doesn't look like it's any more than like maybe 120 to 150 feet in diameter, and it's like a circular area as far as you can tell. So again, it's not that huge. And then as far as anything going on, it doesn't look like anything's going on. It's just like this weird, ominously silent, foggy effect with these blue lights emanating from these gateways, and there is no sound other than the six of you talking, and if you take steps, like you can hear an echo of your footstep, but that's it.
Spunk cast detect magic.
Ooh, okay.
Ulta will also volunteer. I've been working on learning a thing or two. And I could try to get us a better view of what's happening around this thing. But it would involve a giant eyeball. So it's whether or not we want that floating around, I guess.
I that's fine if you.
I think it's invisible. I've never done it before. I haven't done it yet. It's just something I could try.
I mean, I feel like that would be the least weird thing to happen in this place, so.
You're going to summon a floating eyeball that might be invisible?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, so it could be invisible, could be visible. I'm really not sure how it's gonna go.
I think that.
I want to see a giant eyeball, so I vote yes.
Okay. Ulta's gonna cast Arcane Eye.
Nice.
Mostly just so that we can get a really up close look at all of these gates and all of the things around the gates, like if there's any arcane symbols, if there is whatever, as well as what's like behind it, if there are any other exits or any other teleportation circles. I was gonna say transmutation and it wasn't right and it wouldn't stop and it was stuck on my tongue, and then my lisp came out and it was a whole fucking mess. So here we are. Welcome to the game, people.
Bright said Elric brothers, and we all ended up in the same place for a while. Oh man. Okay, what does your eyeball look like?
This is the first time she's done it, so I would imagine that it would look probably similar to just a regular human eye, a little bit unnerving, a little bit bloodshot, and a little bit confused, kind of darting around a lot, and then it goes invisible.
Nice.
Because it is invisible. So like I imagine her kind of closing her eyes and thinking about what an eye looks like, not thinking about how her eyes probably look very different than the eyes she looks at often in other people, and just like imagining one of her friends' normal human eyes.
Nice. Okay, so your eye is out. Spunk has cast detect magic. Spunk, you can currently detect all of the magical items that you are familiar with your party and yourself having. as well as 2 from Nye, one of which is her staff, and the other is going to be something hidden within like her robe. You're familiar enough with this kind of dealio that you would assume it's her spell book. So outside of your 30 foot radius at the moment, words are hard. You don't detect anything outside of essentially all of your magical items.
And what about the mirrors?
You would have to
or
get closer.
windows? Oh, unceremoniously, I would walk up to the very first ornate one in the bottom center left.
Okay. You get an extremely potent transmutation. Damn it! I just looked.
Something is changing.
You detect conjuration. Sorry, from it. Like this thing is lighting up when you get within distance with extremely powerful conjuration magic. Ulta, what's the eye doing, if anything? You're muted.
Fucking
I saw it,
What's it
therefore
doing?
I heard it.
yeah. I'm glad we're all here for this. So as Ulta's uncharacteristically human eye watches Spunk walk directly up to the thing that she was like, oh, okay, I thought I was doing that. Never mind. She's gonna go to the other ones.
Okay.
Or at least she's gonna send it to the other ones to kind of do a similar thing, and not necessarily to understand what type of magic is coming from them, but to see like what's around them, if there is any sort of like arcane symbols, and it's getting as close as it can. It will and can enter into things the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter, so it can pass through them, but she won't do that until getting the okay from the rest of the team, because she doesn't want to pass through any of them yet. So, and she's really gonna go up to this big guy right in the center at the top, tip top man,
Okay.
because he looks real important up there on top. And try to get a good view of all the things.
Okay. Yeah. Let's have you make a perception check through the eye.
I'm not
Sounds
trying to
wrong.
step on your
Sounds
toes,
like-
by the way. I'm sorry. I'm getting a closer look.
You're okay.
And I'll pay
just-
special attention to like what the eye is doing and how it's working and what it's
Okay.
Ulta will mumble under her breath because she's trying real hard to concentrate. Spunk, do whatever you need to do, but just maybe don't walk through them. Like maybe spit through it, or I don't know, but like don't walk through any of them yet.
Don't walk, only spit and touch.
Well, and I'm gonna keep concentrating. Somebody else can handle Spunk. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. With a 12, you are going to Aster, this is not meant to be a leading question. Did you mention what you had seen when you were trying to check these arches out, or did you kind of keep that to yourself?
Oh yeah, she would have communicated it for sure.
Okay. So what Ulta's looking for is a little bit more specific in a different way than what Aster was looking for. So you do notice one thing different from what Aster described to you. Each of the archways with like I'm going to say handiwork that went into, fashioning each of these decorative pieces at the top of them. You're going to notice a series of symbols on each one that you check out, like right across the middle of the top, like evenly spaced. And for lack of putting it in or having a better way to put it, it looks like writing, like it's a language. What languages can you read?
Abyssal, Common, Deep Speech, Draconic, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay. It is, you can swear it's script. It's writing, excuse me, of some kind, but you can't read it.
I'll make mention of that to Spunk, who is standing far too close for her comfort, but knows better than to try to interject. Spunk, can you see what the writing says? I mean, there looks like there might be writing up top. I can't see it necessarily. Thought maybe you could, maybe you can read it.
Super Ball just kind of between nooks and crannies to hop up on top of something to get a close look. What is the script?
Languages that you can read?
Common, Draconic, Grung, Umberhulk, and Undercommon.
Jesus. Yeah, so you get a lock on what Ulta's talking about, but you cannot read any of these phrases or words or whatever they are.
Can I take out my grimoire and copy some of the sigils down and perhaps consult a greater deity later?
Yeah.
Ulta will be sharing this also with other folks if they want to go look at stuff. But being that Spunk is already up in the doorway's business, that was just who she defaulted to.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So-
It's like I was trying to look at anything that I can have, like a comprehend languages or whatever. It's like I don't have that, so it's like Aster can't really help. But she will kind of give the input. I mean, if we're gonna go through one of these things, we should probably go together. It's just a matter of which one, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not a big reader. I gotta be honest.
Unless it's common, druidic, or primordial, I have no idea, and I don't think it's any of those.
I'm gonna turn to Juno again because I'm pretty sure Juno has something about languages or words, but I can't remember what it is. And I feel like maybe. Go ahead.
I used to be able to read all languages, but I kind of lost that when I gave up my, my deal with the devil.
Juno, can't you? No, it might be speaking. It might be tongues. Or whatever. Never mind. I don't remember. I'm gonna pull up Juno's thing, just in case. I'm doing it. That's
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think she
I was
can
trying to
take,
guess, and then I was like, no, I don't want to.
I think she can take tongues on a long rest, but also I think we need comprehend languages, not tongues. So. Oh, Nye, can you read this?
She is going to go to probably the first one closest to you guys and look at it, and she's going to have a very brief moment of like, and then kind of squint and shake her head, and then go to another one and just kind of read it, or look like she's reading it, I should say, and have a similar reaction, just kind of like confusedly squinting, shaking her head. Same reaction at a third. Thayans do have their own scripts and language, but this is different still. I can only comprehend word at a time on each. Wait. And she'll go back to the first, I'll say 4 that she checked out, and then kind of like point. And then go to the next one and kind of nod her head. You can see that she's kind of piecing something together. It seems that each of the fashioners of these has their own way of saying it. But if I've pieced it together correctly, it reads in 12 different ways, Hail to the Guardian, Factol Skull. I will put that in Discord for you.
Does that jingle any Ulta's berries?
No, it does not.
All right.
So,
Oh, one letter off. Fuck.
must be the name of the Guardian. This is kind of ominous, though. And I'm assuming the Guardian will appear in this room in some manner, so maybe we should watch our step. Then.
Can I Ulta's gonna like get uncomfortable for a second. Should I like try to just stick the eye through the hole like one time?
You
I think
know, it
that's
might
fine.
be better it than us, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Careful.
All right.
Corn dog in the chat.
So Ulta is going to pick
If it comes out pink, we should probably not go in.
Good point. And as
It's the duty.
Icarus says that, Ulta is going to send the eye through the door with the bubbles on the left side. That looks like clouds.
I'm so sorry. I totally got lost in something for a brief moment. Can you say that again?
Ulta's sending her arcane eye through the bubble door on all the way on the left.
Okay.
That looks like that has the clouds around the top of it.
The left. Okay. Neat. Ulta, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, okay. Was waiting for that one. Yeah, this is going great already.
Okay. You're going to have a couple of images flash through your mind. And it's everything I'm going to describe is going to be overlaid by, oh yeah, over the table. You remember old tube TVs, right? And like the nega channels that were just like static and lines and shit. It's going to be overlaid with that kind of effect. Like the eye is like being zapped and out of focus and that sort of thing. You're going to see for just a brief moment a series of domes that look like they're just floating in midair above the clouds. These domes are like black and like they look like they're made of metal and like just black and with smokestacks coming out of them, just pumping out smoke. The second image you're going to see is going to be actually very similar to what you saw, what you all saw together on your way here. Is like a large room with a bunch of tables that look like they're just kind of at the end of chutes with bodies on them and this kind of spirity smoke floating around the room with the robed figures that look like they're kind of tending to things and the coffins on legs just kind of walking around. But it'll be a larger room with like a bunch of rail tracks and like small carts just kind of slowly going from place to place on these rails on the ground with coffins on top of them. Third image you're going to see is humongous, seemingly infinite open space. It looks like you're out in space. And from the point of view of like a platform that looks like it's made of bone. And this platform goes forward to like this humongous, I'm going to call it a gyroscope. It's like 3 rings that look like they're also made of bone, just kind of going in this gyrational pattern around a humongous blue orb that looks like it has several singularities within it that are just kind of flitting around. And then right beside it, you'll see, just before the image cuts, you're going to see what looks like a floating skeleton in a robe. And the skeleton looks like you could swear it's made of gold. And then it cuts, and you lose concentration on your spell.
Well, guys, it didn't like that. And I will recap all of that ending with the fancy gold wizard skeleton. Or fancy gold skeleton.
I'll look
Class
at
unknown.
Nyan Cat and say, does that sound like a guardian, or does that sound like something else?
You mean the skeleton?
Yes, yes.
That does sound like a rather fittingly pompous guardian or image of one to me, if I know our defectors well enough.
Okay. So let's not go through that door. Why don't we choose another one?
Well, we could, but I can't do that again. So that was our one shot. But I mean, if somebody else wants to try throwing like a ball bearing, maybe see if it gets jutted back out like I got jutted back out with my eyeball. I don't know.
What did it feel like when you went through?
Well, have you ever taken a big old swallow of extra gritty mud in your mouth?
All the time.
Okay, so you know when it's like extra gritty and it gets stuck on your tongue and your tongue feels kind of like scratchy and fuzzy all at the same time?
The best kind, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like that, only add glass and put it in your brain.
I have one idea, but I don't know if it'll work very well.
Good segue, Icarus. solid segue. I didn't like continuing to describe that.
Yes,
Sorry, I really interrupted. Would you like to continue describing that?
What is your idea? Because now I need therapy.
I can summon several small animals that can float through, that I can communicate telepathically with, and send them through 3 different ones. But
Okay.
I don't
Which
know
one
if
are
I'll
you
lose
going to pay attention to?
Well, they can all communicate with me at the same time. But my fear is that once they go through the portal, it might sever connection. I don't know how long it lasts in that way. I
Okay.
could also look through one at a time and send them one at a time.
Hmm. Which one did you see the horrific gold figure in?
I will point to the one on the far left with the fluffy clouds at the top. Like where it looks like the
Okay.
gate has fluffy clouds around it versus like the very ornate one in the center and the kind of
Oh yeah,
one
the
with
one that
wings
kind
up
of
at the
looks like a
top.
prolapsed anus in the archway.
You got it. That's why I picked it. Of course I
Okay.
would pick the butthole one.
I reach.
One thing that I
and
am
I grab like yellow
noticing-
duct tape and I go and I put a band across the center of it and I go, not that one.
One thing that I am currently noticing with my elven eyes is that there are rings of doors of the same shape. So they're all repeated at different levels.
Oh yeah, there's one of this one and one of this one. I see what
can
you're
see
saying.
3 of the squarish ones, so that probably means they repeat at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what that means in all of this, but
Yeah, it's like it, and we could try more doors through various magics or something like that. I do have a theory. I mean, what if the different things that we're seeing are like a way to get to the end? Like this is like a sequential pathway.
hmm
Hmm. Excuse me, teacher. Can I get the one wizard's attention? Are these portals one way, or can you come back afterwards?
As I've said, I've not been in this place before. I presume these to be gates.
Okay.
And I believe you would understand what that is, Spunk.
Oh, you're
Powerful
talking
spell.
like
Yes.
a
The gate
mechanical
spell.
gate.
Yeah. Yeah, so you would know that gate is a spell
Mhm.
that a wizard would have access to eventually. Um
Soon.
and if I understand correctly, they are usually one way.
Hmm. What
I've
was
got-
the one we were meant to go through?
Well, if I knew that, we wouldn't still be here.
So it's trial and error then.
At the moment, that is also my presumption, yes.
Okay. Icarus, we're going to try the first door, okay? You're gonna do your thing by this one here that looks kind of like
the
like a World of Warcraft Zul'Farrak troll
the ornate point
door.
in the front.
The one that has the one that looks like the symbol for FaZe Clan. It's like the two F's on the side.
Oh my god, you're so right though. How could you?
So we're going like higher up then. Anyways, my question, my statement, not quite a question, but kind of a question, is this seems reminiscent of also the elevator we got on.
What elevator?
The one
Oh,
where we
that
hit
the
buttons
one
and had to
right
save
over
the
there.
bird.
Okay,
The one
sure.
in the other wizard tower, like where we didn't know where they were going and we just had to hit buttons and hope.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, sure.
Would you like me to try the birds before we walk through it, or would you just like to?
Yeah. How long does that spell take?
A minute.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead. Start now.
I sit
And I'll
down.
push Icarus through the door that we're standing in front of.
Do you
Oh
actually?
Yeah.
my god.
As soon as the book comes out and like the ritual begins,
Oh.
just boom.
This would be the absolute.
I think
funniest-
Aster's jaw would just drop. It's like, if he dies, it's your fault.
I want it to be clear that the thing with the creepy like Xerxes mask man, I put the thing across it that says no. Not that one.
Okay.
Oh my
This would be
god.
the funniest way to die.
It's so wrong.
Oh
what if he
yeah,
does
Hyacinth,
die?
roll a new character. I would feel fucking horrible if that was the case. Ugh.
Honestly, I don't even think I could be mad. I would think it's just so funny that I don't think I could be mad.
Well, luckily or not, depending on how you see it, it does not kill you. You will all hear this like imagine if you were inside, like underwater inside a glass tank, and someone just like gave a soft fist bump on the glass, like the reverb sound you would hear. All of you hear that as Icarus tumbles through this door, and he's gone.
One
Let's-
Mississippi.
Let's
Two
take a brief
Mississippi.
break.
Three Mississippi.
And I will figure out how I want to handle describing what's next. We'll be right back.
I think
back. We're in. Hey, Icarus got pushed in.
You're in my swamp now.
So I'm going to first ask the party. Hyacinth, just try not to take this into account with what's going to happen next. But for the rest of the party, how long do you wait before doing anything?
I mean, like, I feel like Aster's jaw would have just dropped at that happening. Like, oh
Yeah.
no. And it's like, if he doesn't come back within like a couple of seconds, like, I feel like Aster's gonna go too. Like,
Okay. Anybody else think different?
7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi. I'm gonna wait 2 rounds.
Okay.
And if he-
Chrissy. Oh, sorry. And if you
Yeah.
what?
And if he doesn't spit back out, I'm gonna kind of just like glance to the side at the rest of the party, like,
it's like a max of 1 round for Aster. Like, he's not waiting very long.
Okay.
yeah. When you jump in 6 seconds early, I'll go oop, and then continue
Yeah.
7 Mississippi.
We'll watch Aster jump in. Ulta will like kind of like head tilt, side glare at Spunk and go, well, that bypassed a lot of back and forth. You
Yeah.
realize now we're going in there.
I'm gonna wait 6 more hours. 40 Mississippi.
Okay.
30 Mississippi.
All
And if
right,
he-
and then Ulta will walk in after. She'll allow it to get to like 12 and then walk in, hoping that Spunk will come along, but she's not going to drag him or anything.
Okay. Everybody except Hyacinth, please remove your headphones or turn sound off or whatever you'd like to do for that. Icarus, you sort of stumble through this gateway and enter this room that you and you alone can see on the map. The general vibe of everything around you is very steampunk. There's a lot of like the floor is a combination of metal and stone. The walls are mostly metal with pipes going in and out and all over the place. There's this hiss of steam every once in a while. And you've got this room with like weird things made out of metal on the walls just hanging out. And off in a distance, you every like second or so, like a full second and a half or so, you hear like a loud thud. Is there anything you'd like to do?
First thing, I'll just turn around and make sure there's no archway because I assume that it was one way. We talked about that. I'm just gonna double check that.
You are correct. What is behind you is a solid wall that matches everything else around you.
With
No,
that, I
no
guess-
gateway, no portal opening, nothing.
well, the only way is forward. I'm obviously a little bit hesitant.
Okay.
But so I'm gonna start probably like moving forward slowly, like stepping my way. I see that to the left, but I can't tell if there's anything else in front of me first. So I'm gonna take a step forward. Right. I really can't tell if this room is like the end or not. That's why can I
So-
check her like to my right around this corner? It looks like there's a little cubby or something.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a little closet like opening right there, and it looks like there's basically just like some storage in that area.
Like really
And-
quick glance. Anything important or standing out?
Perception check.
Where the frick is this thing? 15.
Okay. Really just looks like a bunch of random tools and implements in crates and shelves of various kinds. Doesn't really look like there's anything super important. And
But I'm
now,
gonna hinge this way and peek around the corner.
yeah, at the point that you're peeking in, other people are going to start coming through the same way you came in. Okay. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. So Icarus is
You
now
don't give me time to get into chaos. Come on.
they gave you 1 to 2 rounds, excuse me, before deciding to come in. So here's what's gonna happen. The rest of you come here. Now what do I do with this? I guess it just stays there. You should all see black right now for a moment. Oh, and I'm realizing I never made a token for Nye, so I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. Hey, you all go through the gateway after some time and appear in this room. There we are. Everything around you is the floor is the only thing that contains any amount of what you would assume to be stone of some kind, with like metal, almost like rebar kind of implements being weaved all throughout it. Everything else surrounding you looks like it's made of metal. It's more pipe than wall. There you hear hisses of steam going off every once in a while. You can see straight ahead of you like some like what look like sculptures at first, just kind of like decorating the walls around you in this very cramped space. And off in a distance somewhere, about once every second or second and a half, you hear like a really loud thud, and otherwise the ambiance around you is just this hissing of steam and like metal clanking echoing around you. And you see Icarus just kind of like peeking around a corner in an opening ahead of you.
The only thing behind us is a closet.
Fantastic investigation skills.
Yes, you only gave me a few seconds, but I feel very on top of it.
That will be Nye.
Also, I'm like, ha, I didn't die yet.
Well, let's see how long we can keep that streak, huh?
Also, I'm in like full like investigator rogue mode, like crouched down with my bow out, like peeking around a corner. I'm like very invested in my mission right now.
When Nye enters, she's going to be the last one following you guys in. You're going to hear an ominous voice kind of echo throughout the chamber. Ah, a traitor enters my domain.
Wait, someone said that out loud to Nye?
All of you heard it.
Nye, I thought you said they were the traitors.
It seems they feel the opposite.
Did that come through mics? Sorry, I don't
No.
know.
No.
And I whispered, and why can they sense you?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, I'm just gonna stand up straight. I guess we don't need to stealth now.
Yeah, I know we're here.
What did I see when I looked around the corner? Do I feel like it's safe to proceed?
Okay, I did forget to describe this to you. I'm sorry. To your right, or downward south on the map, you see, well, directly in front of you, you see these like rails that very much matches the description of what Ulta told you about one of the images that flashed before her with the arcane eye. And to your right, you see this cart just kind of hanging out there, and it's got what looks like a body, a humanoid body on it. To your left is the track continues and just goes around the corner there with a orange light kind of torch looking implement on the corner there.
I gotta admit, the motifs here are kind of creepy. Sorry if that offends you, Nye.
This has nothing to do with me.
Well, I just don't know what parts of the science or the magic's similar and what's different, so like just want to make sure. And I guess I'll look to everyone else before I go anywhere, but I'm like, I guess we go forward.
I guess we just learn what we can, huh?
If you want me to like pretend I was pushed through alone, I could just walk ahead and I'm like a good bait, you know?
Well, they already knew at least one other person who's a traitor walked in.
Well, I'll take like a step forward just to get a little bit more vision at least.
Okay. You are now able to see to the end of both directions. Your view to the north does not change. But to the south, that you can see that the cart is basically in the entryway to another larger chamber than the one you're in, and there's some kind of odd container down on the southwest end of your view. And then if you look farther south still, you're able to see it's better than dim light, but it's not brightly lit in here. You're able to see enough that there's another you see just like the vision that flashed for you as you were teleporting to this place at one of those like tables at the end of a tube, and the tube looks like it's going up the wall behind the table that has a body on it as well.
Is it weird that like I feel like we should like tie the bodies down just in case they like come to life and like attack us?
I mean, you could try for sure. I don't think anyone would try to stop you from doing that here in this group. Are you asking for help tying these people to these beds?
No, I'm just trying to gauge how like logical my thoughts are right now and how much I'm just acting out of panic, you know?
I mean, Ulta's gonna look at Spunk. We're here, you know? So I don't know that any of it's
75
necessarily. Yeah. Yep.
Well, okay, so let's try a different approach. I did the safe thing by sending the boob in first because I expected there to be booby traps. Logic dictates that if they're trying to trap a booby, you send the booby in. There are no booby traps. So I suggest we and he just starts running down the hallway.
Jesus Christ.
Scared me, good God.
You don't own me! And I'm following the tracks.
Ulta's gonna turn to Hyacinth and say, so are we tying the bodies down or just not even paying attention at this point to Spunk screaming through the hallways?
Honestly,
Because at this point, I don't.
At this point, screw the bodies. I feel like as the one who can typically take more hits, I should follow the smart one who can't.
All
right, each of you I'm going to give you an action to react, because that is basically a dash for Spunk before something happens.
The fact that we
Somebody else
can't
can
hear
go
that
first.
is so funny. I mean, like, I feel like Aster's just gonna say, okay, I guess we are dictated by logic and a person running down the hallway or getting pushed into a gate. Let's go. The little feet. No.
I guess I can't even be mad at him pushing me through the door when he's gonna push himself through this door.
All right, let me measure. But yeah, I'm gonna be following. Just let Measure.
I'm actually just gonna walk forward through these things, if I can.
Yeah, that's an opening, and then what looks like an opening to you on the other side is an opening.
Okay. So that's about a turn of movement. Well, maybe a little bit less, but I want to be safe too.
Does someone want to actively pilot Juno for this, or are we gonna have her omniscient?
I would probably just keep her one step behind me, because she's typically a bit smarter than me.
Okay.
So are you going to pilot her?
If move her piece, I can do that. But if I need to, I would like to be told I can spellcast for her before I do that, but I can move her.
Okay. Fair enough. Spunk, in your escapade here,
Yes.
you're going to be met with a I have no words to describe this. Just a hooded and robed figure that looks like this.
Hooded and oh my god. She kind of hot though.
I know, right? And we're gonna need to roll initiative.
Oh, honestly,
Fuck you.
I rolled it at 1.
Oh shit.
I gotta close that thing and click my token. Otherwise it'll get mad at me. Okay.
Oh, and Icarus and Juno, passing this direction, you're going to see around the corner to your south one of these scuttling toward you from the hallway to your south.
Don't like that.
Oh look,
Oh,
pants
no.
shitting terror.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I love it, but I hate it.
Exactly.
I agree.
Creative concept. Just execution is horrifying.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that doll from Toy Story.
Oh my god.
Yes.
No, not this.
I
this
can
spider
assure you it's
thing.
not friendly.
Who's the
Oh my
comedian? Which one of you funny guys shit my pants?
You don't have
Oof.
any pants.
Is anyone piloting Juno, or are we excluding Juno from the fighting?
I can.
Okay.
playing
Add
a
her
cleric is
hit
gonna be like
points
a whole thing,
on
but-
top of mine
Yeah,
as I
I just-
carry her around like a meat shield.
I was afraid to do it unless told I could, but I didn't know if like combat like what we should do. Oh wait, her sheet is so pretty.
It really is though.
Do you want me to roll initiative or do you have it for her?
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
Oh my god, she's going
I don't
first.
want. Oh no, that means I need
Damn.
to study really fast. Fuck.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. So you guys are in it, and all of you understand that multiple things are coming. So Juno is first.
Okay. Can I get access to her token as well?
Oh yes. There. You now have it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I guess she can see this this little guy down here. How far that is? About 80 feet. Why is everything like 60 feet? You know what? I feel like she would use a moonbeam on this thing. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's a fair spell to use. So yeah, that has a range of 120 feet, and I can move it. Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and drop a moonbeam on little walking coffin guy. So that's what, a con save, right? Yes.
Con save.
Mm-hmm.
$13.
Ooh, that'll fail. So that's full damage. Oh no, 5. 5. Is it radiant? Yes.
5 radiant damage. Nice. Got it. Okay. That's going to... Okay. Everybody is going to hear and now feel several thuds echoing throughout the rooms and sort of shaking the floor a little bit.
Don't like that.
Yeah. That. Okay. Then it is Aster's turn.
Oh boy. Okay, wow. I'm just like trying to have the frying pan into the fire here. Okay. Alright. I am. I'll tell you what. I'm going to start with a scorching ray at this scary looking thing over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and do it at 3rd level to get more rays. So let me just cast a bunch of those real quick. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah. For 4 damage.
4. Okay.
Mm-hmm. For fire. 28 to hit for 10.
Yep.
Ooh, natural 1. Well,
Oof.
that one will hit. But let's see. 21 for another 4.
Yep, that'll hit too.
And yeah, actually, I'm gonna hold off on my bonus action, so that'll be it for me.
Okay, Spunk.
Spunk will kind of squish to a halt as he slides on his feet. Ah, no! And he'll pull out a small orange, like, fire opal bead and just kind of bounce it on the ground like a Super Ball at her. And then continue to run in the opposite direction. Mistake! Mistakes! Mistake! And he'll run all the way here.
Okay.
The little orange fire opal will bounce a couple times, and each time it strikes the ground, it'll glow brighter for a second, and then dim, bouncing, glowing, until the lambency kind of gets as bright as a sun. And it'll channel into like this 5-foot wide beam that just kind of all the way through this undead lady, and he casts Sunbeam.
Nice. That is a save of the variety that is
Constitution.
nice. 17.
No. It's a fail.
Okay.
Take all of this. 29 radiant
Woo!
damage. And she's blinded.
Nice. 29 and blinded.
Oh. Is she undead? Or no? Is she not classified as an undead?
Not undead.
Okay. Just saying because they have a disadvantage on the save, but it's fine.
Gotcha. Yep. Anything else?
And then as a bonus reaction, I'll like stop at my full movement, spin back around, and go "Tui," and I'll spit a bonus action caustic bolt. Shit. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
I can hit her no matter what, as long as it's not a natural one, apparently.
Nice.
So that's gonna be.
That's what makes it scarier, though. is
Yeah.
that what
Rolled a
she had in
2.
store.
16 acid damage. Is that what that is? I always forget.
Yeah.
Acid damage.
Yes.
Yes.
16.
16.
Nice. All right, you can tell she's already having a bad time, bleeding from various places. She's got this. The sunbeam persists, right? It just stays there. So she's impaled by this static light and having a bad time already. Anything else?
That is all I can do.
Okay. She can move, right? Out of the sunbeam?
Yeah, the light doesn't stay on her. I can just create a new line as an action on any of my turns.
Gotcha. Okay. She is going to retreat into this hallway. And that is, I believe, it. I gotta zoom out. Yeah, that's it for that. This has a movement speed of what?
In the
Yeah.
middle of the square. Okay, stay there.
Okay. 10, 20, 30. 10. This thing is gonna scurry pretty quickly up the hallway here toward Juno and Icarus, and then it's just gonna go at the same speed, just without changing its gaze. It's just gonna kind of like tilt sideways as it goes straight up the wall.
No, that's worse.
So it's absolutely screaming toward Icarus and Juno, but crawling on the wall. And then it is Nye's turn. She's going to take off up here. It's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. She is taking off like a bat out of hell straight toward where the exorcist lady ran away. And then it's Ulta's turn.
Ulta's gonna move forward. She looks as though she was moving to go tie some people to fucking beds, and then sees a walking coffin, and is going to sigh heavily. And walk this direction. Her vision isn't fully. She can't see around some stuff, so she's gonna start. Or wait, how did they get there? Oh, is this another room that she walks into then? This here. If she stops
yes.
here, where does? Okay, so that is. So she cannot see what is happening then necessarily to Icarus or Juno.
Right.
Check. Okay. She's gonna stop in this room though. You guys are gonna see that Ulta's not moving with the swiftness that she normally does. She's moving with some exhausted confusion. And across the board is gonna peek her head into this room, which is only from where she was. It's a little bit over half her movement. And she's gonna check out this room. That's gonna be her turn.
Okay. Is there anything you're like actively looking for that you might want to use an action to like perceive or investigate, or are you just generally kind of moving forward?
She can hear that things are happening. And if she peeks her head into this room, she's going to investigate it by way of like, what is this? What's happening? And then if there's nothing else, she'll move back out towards tying people to beds.
Okay. At first glance, at a glance without using an action to specifically check anything out, this does not look like anything's happening in here. You do hear the constant whirring and churning of metallic things clanging on each other, and like the occasional hiss of steam and the thuds that you heard when you first came in here. It doesn't seem to be any different in this room.
All right. She's going to step back out. And she'll go there. And that's where she'll stop.
Yeah, I turned off the roll 20 grid for this map because for some reason it doesn't quite fit exactly with the grid that's on the map image. So just go by the squares you can see as being 5 feet.
Okay. She would get to only a few feet outside of the door anyway.
Okay, cool. That's it then?
That's it.
All right. Icarus.
Yeah. I will do my classic Icarus thing and take 2 bow shots towards the coffin. Question mark.
Animated coffin, yeah.
And I'm gonna aim for the legs just to try to like knock him out, slow it down. That probably won't do anything, but I'm doing that for style at least.
Okay.
Pop, which is 18 and 26 to hit.
Both will hit.
All right. So that is 25 piercing damage.
Okay.
And the one thing that for some reason roll 20 doesn't normally add on is my 1d8 attack.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you get a little closer to your mic?
Sorry, the one thing it doesn't add on is my extra d8 improvised weapon. So there is also 7 magic damage on that.
Nice. Okay, a chunk of leg and several pieces of the coffin splinter off. This is officially quote-unquote bloodied.
Okay.
Anything else?
I'll take 1 step forward. That'll be it.
Okay, back up to Juno.
Okay. It's like, didn't like how that moved at all. I feel like Corndog would agree with me.
Yup.
Yeah, no. I think it's gonna get like more like the middle over here. Is going to move her moonbeam like back up to follow this thing.
Okay, and it can
okay.
move 20 feet?
Maybe, let me see. Up to 60 feet in any direction.
60 feet. Okay, so it can get back to this thing.
Okay, great. So yeah, I would like another con save, please.
Yeah. Ooh! Nat 1 for a 3.
Alright, let's see if I roll better this time. 9! 9 radiant damage.
Ooh.
How's it looking?
A bunch of chunks of it have splintered and flown off. It looks like it's very bloodied. It's in bad shape.
Okay. Yeah, she'll leave it at that then.
Okay.
Alright, it takes it back to me.
Yeah, something else had to happen first. You hear several more very loud thuds, and now you can like feel the floor around you. All of you can feel the floor. Like you actually have like a jolt with each thud. There are about 6 of them, and they're like happening quickly, sequenced enough that you can tell something big and heavy is running. And Aster and Juno. No, Juno is paying attention the other way. Aster and Spunk, you see Nye just kind of like look up a little bit with this kind of a mix of a face that's somewhere split between oh shit and like okay, I'm ready, staring down this direction. And then it's Aster's turn.
Okay. Like in combat, can I ask her like what's coming down the hallway?
Yeah, that it's short and sweet enough that it doesn't take an action to say that.
Okay.
What is she gonna say? She's just gonna say some kind of machine with a bunch of bodies.
Okay. That is all I needed to hear. Don't really like that. So hold on. Let me see if. Oh man, this is what's gonna be difficult here. Okay. I'm going to. First off, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna see how far can I go. Okay, I can get right up next to her.
Okay.
And
Close enough that you're going to see this around the corner.
oh no, I don't like that at all. Oh my god, wait, is what book is that from? I feel like I've seen that art before. I feel like it's Mordenkainen's, right?
It might be.
I feel like that was one of the newer ones. Like that's definitely not Monster Manual.
No, it is one of the newer ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
that's-
Mordenkainen's. Yeah.
Yeah.
The new Mordenkainen.
How tall is like the ceiling?
The ceilings are about 20 feet,
Ceiling? Oh, okay.
and this thing is halfway up. It's 10 foot tall.
Yeah. Do I want to burn this spell? Is the problem. I want to burn this early. Oh no. Okay, I can do another thing. I think. Yeah, that's gonna be a better thing. I am going to go ahead. Where'd it go? There it is. I am going to go ahead and cast Bones of the Earth. So let me, if it lets me do this to, oh wait, hold on. No! I just wanted to show it in BTT. Can you please do that? Oh my god. D&D Beyond, please. There you go. Yeah, so I can make up to 6 pillars, and essentially the way I want to try to do this is to make them rise in like different joint spots to pin this thing up onto the ceiling.
Oh, nice. I think you can do that. Let me finish reading this.
Yeah, I think it has to make a save to be able to do it, but like.
Hell yeah. Yup. There's nothing I can read on here that tells me this won't work the way you want, so let's do it.
Yeah, if a pillar is created under the creature, that they have to make a dex save.
Yeah. And it's gonna make
I guess it has to make 6.
6
like,
dex saves.
Yeah.
Well, okay. There is one way we have to finesse this. It's diameter of 5 feet for each one. So you could reasonably do, I'm gonna say 4.
Okay.
Like erupting underneath the body directly, and then a 5th one would have to be in a different place.
Okay, that's fine.
Is it 5 total? 6.
It's 6.
So yeah, the other 2.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean they could honestly the 4 trying to like do that whole thing, and then 1 on like either side of like the frame, so it's harder for this thing to get through if it does fail. Okay,
nice. Okay, so we need 4 dex saves.
Mm-hmm. What is my... Okay, great.
17, 15, 11, 19.
Okay, so the 19 is gonna succeed. All the others fail.
Nice. Yeah, okay, so 66 bludgeoning damage 3 times, and it's restrained.
Whew. First one, ooh, 23. 13. Wow, went from green to red number. 26. So purple. Hold on.
Got it.
62.
Yep. Nice. Okay. All of you are going to hear this like stone grinding on stone and metal, and then just this thud simultaneously as Aster and Nye can see these pillars just erupt under this thing, and you can see it just kind of like pinned up on the ceiling with its arms just kind of flailing in between them and is trying to scratch and pummel its way out. But all of you hear this thud, and then like the sequential thudding stops in that moment. Anything else for you, Aster?
That's it for me.
Okay, Spunk.
Oh. I'm going to run back here. Do a standing leap so that I can do this. That's my bonus action for the leap. And let me just real quick, 60-foot line. Yep. I stomp right in front of the two that are coming down the hallway. And I start doing like a da 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 da, and I pull the little bead that I had earlier out of like a hole in my ear, and I like throw it in my mouth to swallow it, and then it's in my other hand and it's between two fingers, and then I like hold it out and it sends another column of hellish radiant white down the hallway.
Nice.
These two need to make con saves.
Okay, does that affect structures at all?
It affects everything. The only thing about it is that undead and oozes have disadvantage on
Okay. So, Aster, I'm assuming your pillars just automatically fail saves because they're inanimate objects.
They have an AC of 5 and 30 HP.
Okay, so we can't give them a constitution to save with, so they're just going to automatically fail. This guy,
Is it like through walls light? Because then I would feel like it would
It's just
only...
sunlight.
let me double check real quick.
My brain is struggling to compute how like fiery it is. Like, is it like laser that would burn through things, or is it like...
Think of it as like a
I just
lightsaber
posted
laser.
it.
Yeah.
I just put it in. It's just solar heat.
Because in my mind, I think like if you shine a flashlight, it goes basically like aroundish, you know?
Each creature in a line must save a Constitution saving throw.
You know what? Yeah. So not the pillars. It would specify if it. The spells do specify if they would damage. Not
When you
creatures.
asked the question, I
Like,
thought you were referring to this asshole here like he's a construct. And I'm like, no,
Oh.
he's still...
Still a creature. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking the
Yeah, 'cause,
pillars.
like Shatter does that kind of thing, or it's like, hey, double damage to structures.
Yeah,
Shatters are
exactly.
fuck your pillars.
So con save on this guy. Ooh. It's gonna be a 19.
Oh.
And con save on the chick behind. The 13.
Neat. They both fail. Eat shit. Oh, bad rolls. 26 radiant damage to both of them,
Okay.
and they're both blinded.
Nice. Anything else?
That is my turn.
Okay. This lady is going to. Well, actually, this is effectively walled off, so you really can't see down this hallway beyond that creature. But this one is going to be running, and then it is. Oh, it's the animated coffin's turn. Yeah, it's getting out of here. So it's going to continue crawling across the wall and then leap at Icarus. And with its arms like outstretched toward you, it's going to try to grab onto you, Icarus.
No!
So you need to make a. Oh wait, no, it's a melee weapon attack to do this. 22. Does that hit you?
I won.
Ooh.
This is so cursed.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
So cursed.
Oh wait, no, actually by more than one. My armor bonus from the dragon armor is on.
Ah.
My AC is 18 without it.
Okay, so this coffin just like absolutely jumps on top of you, grabs you, and like you get just knocked to the ground. So you are knocked prone with this thing on top of you. And you are also restrained. You can feel it squeezing really hard as if it's going to hurt later. But it is an action to try to get out. You would have to make a strength save to try to get unrestrained. And then you will see a second one come screaming up from around the corner down the same hallway. All right, that brings us to Nye, who is going to see that you have that particular thing handled, Aster, and just like kind of give you a nod and come back this direction. See that Icarus is having a bad time at the moment. And begin casting a spell. I don't think anybody wants to counter her stuff, right?
Not right now, no.
Okay. She's
finger of death's Icarus.
Yeah. She's gonna just like point this black Icary staff at this coffin, and this black necrotic energy will come out. 28 to hit, definitely hits. For 24 necrotic damage, and it shatters to oblivion. It is dead.
God, she just ruined my plan for next turn.
So you are prone on the ground, but no longer restrained, and it is Ulta's turn.
Ulta's gonna walk up to this here dead body and tie it to the table.
Okay.
The whole time, disgusted
Nice.
by the entire interaction. Confused because they were told that we should do this before running into the fray, and now they're the only one doing it, and they didn't really want to be doing it. So she's just gonna do that.
Okay. Use your action to make a sleight of hand check, please. See how well you tie this body up. All right, 13. Noted. Anyone else? Anything else?
For her bonus action, she'll move 30 more feet towards the only other body she sees, which is this one down here at the bottom. This one.
Okay. Yep.
So that's all.
All right. That'll put us at Icarus.
All right. Icarus will take a few steps back, and I'm gonna now shoot at the other one coming down the aisle with my 2 attacks. You know, as most paladins do, is hit things. That is a 21 and a 26.
Wait, what are you? Oh, you're hitting this thing?
Shooting the next coffin.
Okay. 21 and 26 hit. Yes.
Alright, that is 24 magical piercing. And then let me roll the radiant really quick, because I always lose it. Bam. Which
Nice.
is 7 radiant. And he'll be like, Juno, let's back up a little bit, because they move faster than I expected. And he'll just kind of usher Juno back a little bit and stay in front.
Okay. Speaking of, it is Juno's turn.
Okay. I agree with you. These things are really creepy.
Yep.
I'm trying to like move back in a way that she can see these things. The one thing. Okay, I think she has line of sight this way because I can see half of it down here. Like I would like to move the moonbeam just right there, right onto it.
Nice. Boop. All right, done.
Con save, please.
Con save incoming. Whoop, not you. You. 16.
Another fail. I didn't realize Juno's save DC was 20, and that's nuts.
Yeah.
For 11.
Okay, it is having a bad time. Chunks of it, much like the last one, are flying off. Anything else?
No, spiritual weapon isn't in range, so I think she'll just stay. She'll just stay.
Okay. The construct it's restrained, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so it's... I always forget what these things do. Like grappled and restrained, some of these are just so similar that I always forget. Speed 0, duh. Attack rolls have advantage. And its have disadvantage. Okay, so it's going to try to start attacking the pillars that are pinning it up.
Hold on. I think there's a spell description thing. Yeah, okay. Restrained creature can use an action to make a strength or dex save against the spell save DC. On a success, the creature is no longer restrained and must either move off the pillar or fall off of it.
It is not smart enough to try to wriggle itself out. It's just going to swing because each of the pillars has an HP of 30, right? And an AC.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it's
like,
just going to try to
yeah.
chop itself out. Yeah. So this twice at one of the pillars. This is at disadvantage, so a crit miss. It just grazes the side of it. And then the second attack at it is going to be a 15 to hit. AC of 5. For 19 total damage between bludgeoning and necrotic.
Can you affect Earth with necrotic damage?
I
guess
mean,
you can.
yeah, so I'm going to describe it like this. That
magical.
like makes a gash and some chunks of stone fly off, but you can see like a black magical energy emanating that seems to be eating away at the stone as if it was like burning wood too.
Yeah.
And that's going to be it for its turn. So making a judgment call here and looking at our time, we are actually going to end here tonight, guys. I don't see us finishing this fight in the next 5+ minutes. So
Is this
we
like a
will.
boss fight?
What's that?
Is this like a boss fight? What the heck?
No,
I don't
there's
think
just
this is a boss.
there's just enough
That
going
scares
on.
me.
And I don't want to hold you guys late run over because I know this is late for several of us. So we're gonna pause there. It is Aster's turn. I have it highlighted on my tracker for next time. We are going to go around the table again. Who are you? Who's your character? And mention any fun things you've got going on that you want people to check out. Starting with Heck.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Hecklot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen. And as per usual, I play Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. You can catch me all over the internet at Sir Hecklot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter, more so Blue Sky than anything. I'm trying to move over there at least. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wear a lot of hats and be in a lot of places. I do things like graphic design, video editing, that kind of stuff, and then APs, which I just looked at my schedule and I did not realize that this is day one of what looks like a 6 days stream streak. So tomorrow you can catch me over on Neon Lights Roleplay with Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, and Realm of the Frights, a Frost Maiden campaign, where I'm actually not playing my usual character right now. I'm playing a temp character because my character is kind of dead, maybe. We'll see. On Saturday, you can catch me over on Lost Caravan RPG with the Witcher RPG, which is going to be very fun. Sunday, catch me over on Singularity with City of Mist. Monday, catch myself and Chrissy over on Neon Lights Roleplay with Oatsworn, the next episode of the Dragon Lords. It's a good time. We're on Fire Island and we're gonna see what happens. And lastly, to end the streak, catch me over on Enchanting Sorcery on Tuesday, the 12th, for Into the Old Margrave and Into the Woods style 5e campaign, where we're going into a bit of a Little Red Riding Hood arc. You can catch myself and Corndog there. So if you missed her here, catch her on Tuesday. She's fantastic. But yeah, that's it. That's me. Let's go over to Bright.
Hi, everybody. My name is Bright, and I play Spunk, aka the Son of God. None can stop me, none can try. I will destroy everything brought before me. Magic is powerless under the weight of my powerful charisma.
Challenge accepted.
If you want to see more of my bullshit, please find me on whatever, every social media, Blue Sky, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. I don't fucking care anymore. All of them at Bright Dystopia. Take it away, Hyacinth.
Baya, it's me, Hyacinth. I played Icarus, our Paladin of Redemption and Divine Warlock. I was Twin 1 of Twin 2. Wait, Twin 2 of Twin 1. And she wasn't here, but she's lovely and will be here in the future. And yeah, thanks. Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Critz. I'm Chrissy Critz all over the internet. Tonight, I played Ultra Cragwell. Oh, also, I'm the executive assistant to Bright Dystopia. I will say they are being hired for any and all voiceover acting jobs that you might have, so I suggest you hire them. Find them on the internet anywhere at Bright Dystopia. That being said, go ahead, Magic.
There's an inside joke that I am not in on here.
Literally, no. I just didn't know what else to say. So.
I just fucking love that delivery. With that being said,
They looked up right at you. I don't know if it lined up perfectly on anyone else's.
Oh,
but,
it didn't for
oh
me.
my God. I'm gonna end everything that way now.
Nice. Yeah, I'm that Magic Juice. We currently are scheduled to be back here, same bat time, same bat channel in 2 weeks. If that changes, you can find out via Twitter, Blue Sky, or Hive at that Magic Juice. I do other stuff on this account as well, but as far as TTRPG stuff going on, we're going to have, not this coming Sunday, but the following Sunday on my TTRPG channel, Crits and Giggles, we will have more D&D happening on that Sunday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, like I said, keep an eye on socials if you want to keep updated on what's coming up and when. And as I've said before, we have some announcements coming up soon, and those are confirmed, creeping up closer to us. We'll have some holiday excitement going on. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.